Hello everyone. I hope you all are safe and healthy. As a part of an international FDP on environment and sustainability, I, Professor Unnati Shah from CK Pithawala College of Engineering and Technology, Surat, here presenting the fourth week subject specific environmental awareness video on recycle e-waste. This slide shows the details of week 1 and week 2 presentation. In week 1, the presentation was based on unused e-waste. In that, we have seen introduction of computers, its applications, and serious impact of unused network devices, that is e-waste, on the environment. In the second week presentation, that was completely based on e-waste management in India. We have seen the informal and formal approaches. As a case study, India e-waste recycling statistics. So, electronic waste, that is e-waste, may be defined as all secondary computers, mobile phones, and other items, whether sold, donated, or discarded by their original owners. This definition includes used electronics which are destined for reuse, resale, recycling, or disposal. E-waste is on average at least 95% recyclable. However, it can contain a long list of harmful and toxic chemicals also. Even landfills are not sufficiently designed to handle these toxic materials. Smart and efficient recycling of e-waste can save many times its own weight in CO2 emissions. Initially, we have to determine whether the device can be remarketed. It may be server, router, any network devices. Any units in working order are resold as a second-hand equipment to give it a new lease on life. The non-working units are dismantled by hand with the components and metal sorted and separated for recycling and reuse. For example, if we consider a server, then we check if it is still in a good working order. We will remove and destroy the hard drives to ensure the intellectual property and replace it with a new one. So it can be ready to be resold and reused. If the server is past its used by date, the professional team will completely strip all materials, components, and metals for recycling. Did you know most electronic cables found at home can be used interchangeably with other devices? For those instances where you cannot reuse your cables, we can take them off your hands and recycle them. We do this by separating the inner metal conductor from the plastic casing. The metal, which is generally copper or aluminum, are all finite resources and in demand. Recycling this metal is therefore a cost-effective alternative when compared to the producing the same metal from raw materials. So now let us look at the video outcomes. Whatever we studied in video 1 and video 2, what we can learn from that. So recycling will reduce mining activity, in turn cut down the emission of harmful greenhouse gases, resulting in a clean, pollution-free environment. Another thing is cloud storage. As a computer engineering branch, the cloud storage is a way to reduce memory hardware, or else more efficient hardware can be used. The best way to manage waste is to switch over to easily manage products and reuse and reduce as much as waste as possible. And the third outcome is, instead of changing phones every year, it's better to have a phone that have periodical updates which increases its services life. Hence, it will create less waste over the time, helping the recycler with time to consume it. So now let us look at the e-waste management scenario. So this diagram shows the scenario for e-waste, in which we have initially start the delivery. We have two sector over here. The one is business sector and second is a private sector. So from that we will receive it. Official take bag system is there, mixed residuals wastage system is there, and collection outside of the official leg bag system is there. We have a trading system over there, and this way we will manage the e-waste. Here we have collected statistic data, and this data represents a quantity of waste electrical and electronic equipment generated in Indian states. So total 42 states were considered in our case study. So this is the waste electrical and electronic equipment per tons. It is measured in a tons, like Andaman and Nicobar Island, that is 92.2. You can see over here how much electrical and electronic equipment waste is generated in India. It is a state-wise statistical data provided over here. Again, the important thing that we need to note it, pollutants and their occurrences in waste electrical and electronic equipments. We need to take care of those equipments that produces what type of pollutant in the environment. If we want to save the environment, we need to take care of this. So here is a list, like semiconductor, diodes, microwaves, LEDs, that is light emitting diodes, solar cells, everything is used in our electronics equipment. What kind of pollutant it produces in the environment, that is arsenic. The same way, if we have the insulators, that is cobalt. If we have a conducted in cables, copper, ribbons, coils, circuitries, then it will introduce copper, lead. So this data is useful to understand what kind of pollutants are generated in the environment using which occurrences. So in a specific to our study, that is networking devices, the standard used for e-waste recycling is ISO 14001:2015. So what is the purpose of the standards? The standards for businesses and recyclers offering tools for tackling all aspects of environmental management, including pollution and climate changes. So this standard was used in first week to understand what is the responsibility, what is the role of e-waste management company, what they have to do, what they need to take care of. And in the same standard was used in a week 2 to understand how many companies in India has this certification. Is electronic recycling certification obtained by the companies or not? If yes, how many companies are there? That statistic was discussed in week 2. And whether they have obtained the knowledge about R2 certification or not. So particular to our case study, the standard used is ISO 14001:2015. The another important thing is e-waste generation in India, that is state-wise we have identified using one case study that Maharashtra has 20,270.59 e-waste generated. This data is per annum. Another case study was given in reference, that is a future estimate of e-waste in India. They estimated based on their research work that what could be the estimation of e-waste in India in 2025. Like you can see in this graph that in 2007 we have 3,32,979, that is increased every year. We can see over here that and they are estimating that in 2025 it would be, you can see the figure, that is 1851337. So it is a huge e-waste production in India, and there must be we need to take care of it in future, that how we can take care. As we have discussed in video 2, that there are two approaches, formal approaches and informal approaches, and hardly formal approaches are used in India. They mostly use informal approaches, which is very dangerous for the environment. So I would like to suggest something, that there is a need for awareness campaigning. There is an urgent need to reach out to the workers of the informal sector, raise awareness about the consequences of improper electronic waste management, and include them as a part of the solution to e-waste related issue. So now, as a consumer, what should we do to dispose our e-waste? So we need to find a registered agency to dispose our e-waste. Many companies have an effective recycling program in all of their stores. Samsung India, for example, encourages its customers for e-waste recycling through its STAR, that is Samsung Take Back and Recycling Program. So get in touch with your retailer to know about the e-waste disposal. Last but not the least, encourage your neighbors to join you and spread the word about educate way of e-waste disposal. Remember, every time you buy electronic devices, it is your responsibility to dispose or recycle your old one properly. Don't be so greedy to buy more and more if you cannot dispose the old one properly. Resolve to be a part of the solution rather than increasing the problem at the hand. Help, make the earth a better place to live. Thank you very much.